Yeah, turn me up. Good morning, everybody. You ready to go? Okay, guten Morgen. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades. With that being said, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results, but jicka slim shady. Two trailer park girls around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey, my name is Wayne. This is what I do. I like to trade. I like to talk about money. I like to talk about economics. I like to talk about trading. The investment side of trading, but the trading side of trading. Actually, macroeconomics, microeconomics, small business, venture capital, bonds, stocks, real estate, Forex, futures, commodities. I love it all, man. Honestly. I'm telling you. My neighbors know a lot about college football. I know a lot about money. And so I think you might share some of that enthusiasm for capitalism. So here we are. We have a community about that. But here's the thing. We don't have any illusions about getting rich quick. We look at trading like a small business, and our goal is to create value every day. Okay, how do you become filthy, stinking rich? Well, for a very, very, very long period of time, you produce $100 worth of value for 10 bucks. I try to do that every day. I hope if you joined FX Bootcamp for $88 a year, you're like, damn boy, this is worth at least $888. And if so, then I'm doing my job. So cool. So what are we going to do today? Well, how about gold, oil, and Bitcoin? Silver if you want. If you want to look at silver, we can do that. I want to look at the stock market today, particularly the S&P. Okay, I want to look at dollar pairs, but I think I want to spend a little more time on yen pairs. But we're going to see CPI in about a half an hour, and that could change the market quite dramatically. So we're going to have a very interesting hour and a half together today. So buckle up your seatbelts. Ask questions, get involved, treat each other with dignity and respect. Everything's going to be golden. If you look at the links below the video in the description, there's a link to my book on Amazon.com. Would you please leave a review? I suppose you have to buy it. I don't care if you buy it or not. But I hope you do. It's an honest book. But if you bought it, even if you bought it 8 years ago, 10 years ago, would you please leave a review? While I was in Cuba over the weekend, I started writing my next book on macroeconomics. And there I was, a capitalist pig dog, writing a book surrounded by socialist pig dogs. It's quite a contrast. Yeah, quite a contrast. So I had a great time. It was I can't wait to get back. So anyways, so leaving a review on the first book would be great. Maybe it'll help with the second book. I guess so. My goal with the second book is for it not to be $89 or whatever was being charged. I'd like it to be as cheap as possible. The second thing is I really want you to join FX Bootcamp. I believe the resources are amazing. I've added the oil trading course, so I got to update the homepage. I'm going to say now it's 88 hours of training for $88. Okay? Yeah. It's good marketing, right? 88 hours for $88. And then I have live groups. Today, the swing troop and the day trading group, we're meeting as an entire community, and we're going to plan next week's trades. Morning, Darko. Morning, Richard. Good morning. Yeah. Okay, so join. It's the best way for you to receive the most amount of value. And then consider Trader's Way as your broker. I trust them. I believe them to have a good business model and to be good people. They also have faster than normal execution speed. I tested that long ago with a third-party service, and they're one of the fastest brokers that I saw running MT4, MT5. Way faster than the giant brokers running 30,000 accounts on one server. You can just imagine. A boutique foreign exchange firm just has faster servers. That's it. Because there's not 30,000, there's a smaller number of clients. It's boutique. But that means your servers are faster. Just makes sense. Your trades are faster. Paching, pachong. ECN, straight through processing. They don't trade against you. The swaps are great. They've added asset classes for you to consider trading. So we're going to look at all the global stock market indices today. I mean, just great. Tradersway.com. Open up a demo. Give them a shot. Maybe they'll earn your loyalty and respect, huh? Taking a look here. What's up, Lucas? Guten Morgen. Okay. Aussie, Euro, Kitty CAD, Yen. So CAD is down. Yen is sideways. Dollar's down. Swissy's down. Okay, that's indicative of, I suppose, we have 2 out of the 3 that suggest risk on, but CAD is down, which suggests risk off. Kiwi's down, which suggests risk off. Pound is down, which is risk off. Aussie's on. Euro is on. So that's, oy vey. This is a mixed bag. And this is daily, by the way, so these are longer term. This stuff isn't impacted just by today. This goes back, a couple of months, okay, to get these indices. So here's my suggestion. You got to pick a theme for today. It might be dollar or it might be yen. Now we're about, 20 minutes away from CPI, so we're going to get a pop on dollar, I imagine. Something will happen. I don't have to guess on what it's going to be, but something is likely to happen on Dilly Dollar. Right now, yen seems to be a little bit more tradable. Okay, so let's look at the stock market indices. Okay, Hong Kong is starting to stabilize, right? You see that? Where if you go back a few days, really almost a week, we've barely made a higher high. Oh, right on, Lucas. Yeah, absolutely my pleasure. Oh, yeah, sorry, Emerald. You know what? Email me again today. I'm trying to get to it. Honestly, I'm trying to get to it. I'm still a little bit discombobulated. I'm really, right? It's all bullshit excuses, right? But I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Send me the email again. Send me again, okay? How do you get these the currency indices? Join FX Bootcamp. for $88 a year, and you can download them for free. Yes. Am I doing the swing trading group today at 4 p.m.? Yes, I am. Oh, download them out of the section that says MT4, MT5 toolkit or something. Okay. Yeah. Praise the Lord. Oh, then I don't understand if you've downloaded them. What do you mean they don't work? Is that what you're saying? If that's the case, then make sure, like if you have, what do you call them? Mini accounts, or even, if you have a demo, okay, then very often there's a and if you're not using Trader's Way, if you're using another broker, very often they throw down a little letter as a preface, and you have to adjust your indices for that. Okay. Right. So an ECN could do that. But I believe we have a newer version that works on both ECN. So I need to do an audit, and I will try to do that soon. Okay. All right. So anyways, Hong Kong slowing down. Euro. Look at that. Okay. So that's interesting. What do you think I would do if I said that's the projected high for the year? What would I start to do if I saw this roll over on even a 15-minute chart now? Let me zoom back in. Let's say, what should I start doing on this 15-minute chart after the 21 drop below the 55? She's traded the yen today. Good. So anyway, so now look, I have a game plan here. If I was trading the European stock indices, my plan for today is observe a 21.55 cross and then, not necessarily sell, but then engage. So it could make the cross and then I sell the next rally. You understand? It's not just to sell. There we go. So to cross these, it would have to make a low. And then the next part of the plan would be pachow. Okay? Okay. So cool. Look at that. So what does it say? Well, the only thing I could do to this is buy it, and it looks beautiful. We're riding this great. Cool. So don't fight it. You can sit and wait for it to roll over, or you can just trade it long while it's long. Germany is doing the same thing. Look at that nice little roll reversal. I painted it out for you. You see? Okay, that's how the Wayne do. So I set that up. Very nice. Quite a long time ago, in fact. You can see that we're talking middle of November is when I likely drew this. Middle of November. November. Isn't that amazing? So anyways, now, if I was a bull, I'd be worried about this price. Okay? 1,500. Sorry, 15,000, I should say. Okay? You might, Zurif, you might have to do the complete toolkit. You might have only done the basic toolkit. Okay, but here we go. This is the one I want to watch today. It's a big deal today. $39.86 is the best-selling pivot of the month. So if CPI takes this down, it's meaningful. You see this number right there? Okay, this is meaningful. We're almost there. And we have a very important news event in, 12 minutes? Okay, so again, this market, this chart, okay, is incredibly bullish. Okay, you see, that's incredibly bullish. We started, when I highlight this, let me change colors, okay? This is the most bullish price. Oops. This is the most bullish price of the month. The top one, the one that we're approaching now, is the most bearish of the month. Okay. Stan says, do I predict the dollar to rise today? I don't predict anything. I have no idea. It's not how it works, in my opinion. Okay? So it's more like this, Stan. What would you do if you saw the dollar rise today? It's a different question. Burns says, yeah, SPX filling the gap. Could be, right? Could be. So anyways, those markets are very bullish right now. What would you do if it turned bearish? Not that it will turn bearish, but what would you do if it did? Okay. All right. Gold is definitely through my price levels. Okay. Well, currently the US dollar is weak. That might change in 10 minutes. We'll find out. So gold is basically risk on. Bitcoin is risk on. Oil is risk on. The stock markets are risk on. US dollar says risk on. Okay? So be careful, that could change. One of the things that would change it would be CPI. The next thing would be earnings. Earnings season is starting next week. Also, remember, we have a holiday on Monday. Okay. Banks are closed in the United States of America on Monday. Remember that. So here we are farting around here. 12 hours has gone by. Burns says, the move happened yesterday. Yeah, it's all risk on. Yeah. Just be careful. That could change. Like literally, we're 9 minutes away from that possibly changing. So be careful. I'm not predicting it will, but be careful. That's an important event. And when you look at like this chart, for example, I sold it at 20. Now we're below 19. But we're approaching my projected profit target. Now, my profit target for the month is actually 1868. Okay. But we start entering a window here, a zone of contention, of profit taking, potential profit taking. So once again, news could really help that, where news could just flip this right where we are. Could it flip at 1886 instead of 1868? Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's farting around. I think it's great, huh? 83% return on investment on my swap. 600% when you include asset appreciation. Good. That's good, yeah. Good. Okay, taking a look at pound yen. It's continuing its bearish trend as we have it all marked out. Very nice. We had this big rally off the bottom. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is, with technical analysis, it actually went a little bit too high, in my opinion. But now we got to breach through this. You can see I've already got this marked. Like we did this back in December, but I'll just extend it out to highlight the fact that we're now at this place where if there are bulls, they're going to try to take it. See, a bull is thinking basically they're going to fib this way. What? Okay. And 158.5 is kind of the number. And that's basically, we've already tickled that right in here. So again, if you were a bull, you might be thinking that. And a bear would really rather have sort of a false rally and then bring it back down. Yeah, maybe Gemini, but it may be if you have a lot of experience, you can read into that. But for an amateur trader, of which many people are on YouTube, they don't have that skill. So I wouldn't teach something like that. So I would teach patience and discipline and not like read the tea leaves. Read the tea leaves. Okay. Okay. Yen quite strong. USD quite weak. Okay. Look at that crazy move here. And now we're just rinse and repeat. Okay. So I look at it as a pretty basic pattern. Okay, down, 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 up, up, sell, Down, 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 down. All right. You would treat this move like any other sort of bearish engulfing type move. Clearly blowing through some levels to make lower lows. So when you see stuff like that, you sell lower highs. So I wouldn't tell you something like you should know that this is going to happen, but you should be ready for it. So you know, what you're looking for after this move is that you're going to use technical analysis and whatever indicators you like to use. So maybe it's a Fibonacci, maybe it's a pivot point, maybe it's something else, maybe it's price action. Okay, but right, you're looking for something either in here or much more obvious here. Okay, and you're like, wait for it. Nope. Okay, higher high, right? Higher low, higher high, 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 higher low, bearish engulfing. Okay, sell the next rally. Back to the moving average, drop it like it's hot. Okay, now the secret sauce isn't selling in the circle. The secret sauce is waiting during this upward period. Wait, wait, wait. And you are thinking in advance, ready, willing, and able, as we say at boot camp, RWA. Okay, you're waiting, waiting, waiting. And then I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Okay, you're looking for it. You're looking for the thing. Okay. All right, we got to roll over here and get ready for the news. Huh? A little rock set for you in the morning? You're welcome. You're like, I don't know all this technical analysis mumbo jumbo, but I know Roxette. I understand Roxette and they understand me. Oh, is it? It is ace of base, though. You're right. My bad. I apologize. Yeah, I'm waiting. Why don't we focus on euro? Let me get rid of that. Obviously, that's come and gone.
In 2021, it was up 9/10. That was the highest level since 1981. Let's go to the year.
Thank you, Pete. Dow's a little bit red on the tick data. All right. See how the world responds. Core is 0.3. That's as expected, I think, right? We're at Dow 34,000. You got to remember, I remember Dow dropping below 10,000 and then back up and then back down and then back up. So Dow 35,000, pretty amazing. Which tells you, if you invest into the stock market for long periods of time, in the future, the Dow is probably going to be at 100,000. So 5.7 year over year core. Okay. Amateurs getting wiped. So what do you think? Is this a sign that the Fed has got it fixed? Or will the Fed have to do more? Your answer will determine the direction. If the Fed needs to do more, this is down. If the Fed has done enough and it's worked, and now they can throttle back, then this is going to go up. Okay, that's it. That's the decision you're making. That's all. 6.5 versus 6.5. Hey, it's a big improvement. Right, Richard? But as I explained in my outlook, that's not what the Fed cares about. The headline CPI number. Okay. Ba 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 bo 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 bo. Let's talk to the BLS. Talk to me, Goose. Where is it? January. I guess this is it. Let me get it. I saw the sign, opened up my eyes. Let's see if it's helping my peso. No, not really. Peso's quite stable. Let's do the PDF version of the report. I saw the sign. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, there we go. I'll watch that. La 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 la. Yep. Okay. Core is coming down for sure. Headline coming down. Yeah, okay, used cars have come down 8%, almost 9%. Shelter, okay. Shelter still 7.5%. Okay. I was talking about the airlines. Look at this. Airlines are still up 15% year over year. Medical services, not too bad. Okay, so you got like declining inflation in used cars, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is like normal levels of inflation, but when you get to medical, when you get shelter, which we care about, travel, all that's very expensive. Eggs are up 11%. Huevos. Huh? Restaurants are up 8%. Energy fell. Okay, so obviously that brings everything down. That's a big deal. So it fell in December, but it also fell in November. Okay, that's cool. Gasoline was down 10%. Sweet. Okay, down 10%, but the month before, down 2%. So that's good. So what we want to look at is measures of wages and measures of rent. But yeah, as Lucas says, shelter's up, and you're like, that's sticky, huh? And listen to this candle. I'm sure now it's stopped. It's like the loudest candle in the world. It's louder than it stinks. Cool. Yeah, okay, fine. So the part that I care about is way up. I understand inflation's coming down, the headline inflation. I understand that. But there's still food, and we all need to eat. Restaurants, so there's food at home is up. Food at restaurants is up. Travel is up. Rent is up. But gasoline is down. But we know that's false too, right? Gasoline coming down is short term. We are going to pay a price for that. I look at that and like, okay, the price is down, but we haven't paid yet. We've deferred our pain. In my humble opinion, as an entrepreneur, I want gas prices to go up. Why would I want gas prices to go up? Because it incentivizes entrepreneurs to fix the problem. But when a government comes out and solves my problems for me, like I'm a child, then that's socialism. I'm like, I'm not a child. If prices are high, I'll buy a Tesla. If prices are high, I'll buy an electric bike. If prices are high, shoot, I might buy a Prius. Just kidding. But if prices are high, I change my behavior. Yeah, I'll put a second wheel on my Peloton so I can ride my, right? Like, that's how the free market works. Pay somebody to fix the problem so the problem goes away. So instead, our government has flooded the market, and I would argue illegally against the WTO guidelines, the World Trade Organization. Okay? Dumping, right? Dumping oil onto the market, driving price down by 50%. And yay, good, America's CPI is down. But you can't, I mean, dude, there's a price to pay. There will be a price one day. And the fear, of course, is it's a much, much higher price to pay. Like dependence on somebody else for our energy. And of course, I think the government driving down prices from 120 to 60 or 70 is terrible for those that are interested in green energy. And the wave of the future is obviously going to be solar and wind and nuclear, maybe some sort of organic bio process. That's the wave of the future, right? Not when the government comes in and artificially drives down the price of gasoline and oil, because now we can live on gasoline and oil. I don't need no silly wind farm. Why? The government's dumping free oil on the market. Free oil! So why do I need clean energy, green energy? Why do I need that? Energy is cheap in America. So what the government probably should have let the prices stay high. And then someone else figures out how to make solar or nuclear more competitive. And money gets invested there. Why? Why would you invest into green energy? Because traditional dirty energy, if you want to call it that, is outrageously expensive. And it incentivizes society to invest into a better future. But a socialist pig dog says, you know what? Buy the votes. Buy the votes, everybody. Let's buy some votes. I don't like it. I'm telling you, I don't like it. I'm a capitalist. Let the free market fix it. Okay? Telling you. Let the free market do it. I've seen the other side of the equation. Okay? Okay, so anyways, we're figuring things out. We haven't made a higher high. We haven't made a higher low. No, look at this. No, for those candle lovers, look at that. Nice. Right, Louise. Right. So used car prices are coming down. That's a supply chain issue. And again, I talked about that in my outlook for 2023. But I'm like, but that's not what our concern is anymore. So yeah, okay, used car prices have come back down. Okay, great. But we already know we don't have 300 ships waiting off port at the port of Long Beach or the port of Seattle. Right? We don't have that backlog anymore. Like, we already know that. Okay, great. So I've already stripped that out in my analysis. So we already, in all intents and purposes, we already knew that. So I discussed it, a week ago, right? I'm like, yeah, we already know all that. Cool. So I stripped that out. That goes in my analysis. That goes into my predictions. Great. But then I also predicted some things will not come down. And then I look at those subcomponents and I'm right there. So I look at this and I'm like, I discussed all of this a week ago. Cool. What is this? Is that fuel oil? Let me try to delete this. Let's try to figure that one out. I saw the sun. Okay, what is 41? Oh, no. Sorry. Sorry. Delete. I gotta go highlighter. And then go back to that. All right, 41. Oh, still, I can only freehand a highlighter. It's terrible. All right, delete. Hang on, I'm trying. Hang on. Like, what's he babbling about? Hang on. Relax. I'm trying to figure that out. It is fuel oil. Huh? Oh. Huh? We got inflation there. Utilities and electricity, huge levels of inflation. Food at home, food away from home. Look at that, 12% and 8%. We got inflation, right? Look at these numbers, 7% and 14%, right? Like, those are pretty high levels. And so what I talked about a week ago is that's what's not going to change, right? Okay. Okay. You see, Rajneel? Make sense? So what fell? Let me try that again. So what fell? Gasoline. But like I said, that's a false positive. How did we do that? By cheating. It's not real. It's not the equilibrium. Do you understand? It's fake. And the stuff that cannot be manipulated or not easily, right? We still have massive levels of inflation. Massive. Look at 41%, 15%, 20% to heat your house. Okay? So, interesting, right? Don't believe the hype as unequal. Can I get this through to you? My 98s are booming in my trunk with funk. All you punks can't stop my dunks. Yeah, that's what I think. So I let other people fight this fight. Okay. Well, this would be related to the yield curve control, huh? Wow, they updated their website, huh? Interesting. Ooh, I got to read this. Regional. Okay, I got to read that. Has the live stream ended? No, not for you. We were waiting for you, Trucking Mogul. Where you been? Let's take a look at this one. There's another good read right there. Just want to take a look at this quickly. And here's the government. Cool, huh? Just day by day, what they're buying. Outright purchases of Japanese government bonds. What they bought. It's just kind of interesting. You can go day by day by day by day. Kind of cool, cool, cool. 1 year and 3 year, 3 year to 5 year, long bonds. Very cool. Now, I think we got to go back to December 20th. There we go. Modification of the yield curve control. Let's go back to this one. Oh, yeah, they changed this one too. I forgot. Wow, that's interesting. Look at the difference. Okay, this doesn't give us a date though. It's interesting. They're really changing stuff at the Bank of Japan. Like their website's now different. These releases are different. There we go. So there's the 20th. So this one we expected. And I've forgotten if they gave us a new date. Bonds to be purchased 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20, 30, and 40 years. So as I showed you in the spreadsheet that they actually went through and did all that. I just love this, right? They can buy an unlimited amount. See, this is great, huh? In principle, right? The bank, in principle, will release the information regarding the bonds to be purchased. Okay? So that you could buy it first and then front run them and sell it to them at a profit. If you're a bond dealer. So they don't give a date on this for the next YCC. The bank in principle will release the schedule of purchases for the following month in advance on the last business day of each month. Oh. So that's in a couple more weeks, huh? Okay. Yeah, no, of course. That's what I'm reading, Ashish. What I'm trying to say is what's the new update. And now they're saying instead of a specific date, they're saying the last business day. So now you got to go figure it out, huh? Is that so? I guess, is that going to be the 31st? That's a long ways off. So here's their bond balance sheet. Now this is the one I want to read. Cool. Beautiful, huh? Look at this. Same, same, better, better, same, better. Same, same, better. See? And so many people refuse to do the work. And very often it's fairly easy. And yet people refuse to do it. Okay, let's take a look at commodities, see their reaction. Okay, silver, risk on. Brent crude, risk on. Gold, risk on. Okay, Bitcoin, risk on. Seems risk on. And I'll open up. Okay, so I made about 50 pips so far on the peso trade. Very cool. So the equity now is 39,000. I think 12 months ago it was 33,000. It's not bad. What is that? Was that 18%? Yeah, 18%. It's about right. Now that 18% is great in a year where most people are down 18%. Some people, if they're trading in NASDAQ, they're probably happy to only be down 18%. So a plus 18, hey, that's good, right? Reg Neal says, what site is that? Oh, I was on the Bank of Japan. Yeah. Oh, Wayne at fxbootcamp.com. Okay, Marky? Marky Willie? M-Dub? Mr. Williams? Yeah. All right, so that's working out great. That's fine. And I guess I'll just leave it at that. I gotta wait my turn on the other stuff. But interesting release, I suppose. So the only risk on trade, right? The only trade I have is risk on, and the immediate response to CPI is risk on. The stock market might change, the stock market might say, yeah, maybe it's not good. Maybe the Fed hasn't done enough. And everything, all this risk on could end up being risk off by the end of today. So if you're a risk offer, sit tight, relax. Okay? Wait your turn. Remember, this is a symbiotic dance. Right now, the bulls are having their turn. You don't know. The music might change by the end of the day and you'll get your turn to make money. Okay? That's right, Ashish. Yeah, I believe it's January 31st that the Bank of Japan will update us. Cool. So that'll be a great day for Japanese yen. So anyways, thank you for being in the community. Would you please click the thumbs up button on the way out? Remember, if you're in my day trading group or if you're in my swing trading group, we are all meeting together at 4 p.m. to plan next week. I'm really looking forward to it. So here's one more ad so that YouTube can make money and maybe promote our service or our community. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average.